Star Trek is about to transform Worf's son Alexander into the franchise's most exciting Klingon. Alexander was an important part of last year's Day of Blood crossover event, and in the aftermath, he has embraced a new path, practicing medicine. In a first look at Star Trek, Defiant #23, Alexander's new calling may be over before it starts, and if he survives, then the future is his. IDW Publishing released their January solicitations, including Star Trek, Defiant #23, written by Christopher Cantwell and drawn by Angel Unzueta. The solicitation reads as follows. Star Trek, Defiant #23 is the second part of the No Old Warriors storyline, which sees Worf try to help his son reclaim the honor he lost at the end of Day of Blood. The story will also no doubt feed into the upcoming The Lore War crossover. Worf's son, Alexander, has not had an easy go of it in the Star Trek universe. The product of an affair between Worf and the half-Klingon Kellier, Alexander did not know his father for the first few years of his life. After his mother's death, Alexander was sent to live with Worf's human parents on Earth, but it proved too much for the elderly couple to handle. As a result, Alexander was sent to live with his father aboard the Enterprise. While Worf tried to be a good father to Alexander, he often came up short, and it is this troubled relationship with his father that would color Alexander's teenage years. After the Enterprise's destruction, as seen in Star Trek Generations, Alexander returns to Earth, and Worf decides to leave him there. Worf then transferred to Deep Space Nine, and Alexander would not be seen again until the sixth season episode, Sons and Daughters. Now a teenager, Alexander joined the Klingon Defense Force as a way of proving to his father that he truly was a warrior. Despite this new allegiance, Alexander was still drifting. As a result of this state of mind, Alexander was perfect prey for Kallus, the cloned Klingon emperor. Seeking to live up to his namesake, Kallus declared war on the gods of the universe, creating a fanatical cult called the Red Path to do his bidding. Kallus made his move in Day of Blood, provoking an uprising on the Klingon homeworld. Worf and the Defiant's crew traveled to Konos to quell the rebellion, and Worf was shocked to see his son had thrown his lot in with Kallus. Worf was at long last confronted with his failures as a father. Day of Blood not only altered the dynamic between father and son forever, but also ultimately led Alexander down the path he now travels. Kallus killed Alexander, but he was saved thanks to the Bajoran prophets. As seen in the Sons of Star Trek miniseries, Alexander still felt alienated, but his adventures in an alternate universe showed him he had an aptitude for medicine, and the book ended with Alexander agreeing to practice for the Federation in exchange for a commuted sentence. Fans left wondering how Alexander's career in medicine is going need not wait long. Now, Alexander has seemingly found his place in the Star Trek universe, and his arc could not be more inspiring. Alexander has risen from a confused and isolated child to practice the noble calling of medicine. Alexander's new role as a medic allows him to tap into his natural gifts and use them to better the lives of everyone around him. Most Klingons are depicted as warriors and soldiers, and making Alexander a doctor helps him stand out further. While Alexander may not be the warrior his father hoped, he will in time become the coolest Klingon in the franchise.